I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write.
So I've been seeing a lot of these videos where teachers are complaining that their students can't read, and they're like seniors, right? Which is it's scary, because if you're a senior that can't really read, that's a problem. And every time one of these combos come up, the conversation of who's really to blame always comes up as well, right? Like, is it the teachers, the students, or the parents? And all I'm gonna say is, I moved to this country when I was 10 with no English at all, right? I moved here speaking literally zero English. I learned how to read in about a year and a half, maybe a little shorter, right? Now I remember the first time I actually read out loud was in like 7th grade, and some teacher just called on me to read, and I just read the paragraph or whatever with no issues. And I remember he pulled me aside afterwards because he was so impressed with how well I could read. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this guy was like judging me or just thinking I was a complete idiot or something like that, right? Either way, I say all this to say that my parents were never on top of me about my schoolwork. They couldn't, right? They were too busy kind of building life for us in this country. They were working like 26-hour days, you feel me? So they didn't know what was going on with me in school. They didn't know if I could read, etc. But at that time, that was like bare minimum. Everybody at my school knew how to read. Even the stupid kids knew how to read. So I say all that to say my parents never checked on me to see if I could read. It was really up to the teachers at that time, right? Now, I'm not saying teachers are worse now than they were then. You can interpret that however you want. What I will say, with my kids today, I am very on top of them about reading. They read every day, regardless if they're going to school or not, because I personally just don't trust the school system enough to help them get to where they need to be, as young adults, etc. So I know what I'm doing with my kids, and I'm gonna be on top of them because obviously I have the resources to do so, unlike my parents. And whether it's the teacher's fault or not, I'm gonna do my best to make sure my kids are well educated as best as I can.